on your show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Green Walmart says O'Neill must be the hardest working Jamaican in Scotland. You know what, Green Walmart, you are absolutely correct. I think I'm one of the hardest working, what you call now? I'm one of the hardest working Jamaicans right now in Scotland. I swear to you, I must be one of the hardest working. I think I'm one of the hardest working, you know what I mean, in Scotland right now. All right. I mean, I wanted us to do like a little live today. Nothing big, nothing cheap, nothing deep. Kind of talk more than anything else. I wanted us to kind of get into that. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to be too combative. I'm glad Riri's already here. Ooh, wee. What's up?
Oh, Lord.
What's going on? What's going on?
O'Neill, I tried to go live before I came on the show, and it wouldn't even no sound. I said, let me go on here with O'Neill and cut up tonight. Because,
Well, you know what's going
baby,
on.
if we
Oh,
got
good
we
gosh.
got action. We got action.
Good gosh. Did you, by the way, did you click the button that says co-share? Because it should say share in your screen. I don't know if it does.
I don't even know if I did. It don't matter. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. Because I deliberately set it up so that way, you know what I mean, that can happen. Good evening, friends. I just joined in, so don't worry. I just came on.
Okay.
So because they had like an Angelina's skit. O'Neill late getting out of the pum pum. Bilderberg boy says O'Neill late because he was getting up. No, that's not what it was, Bilderberg boy. I was actually setting it up deliberately because I wanted Riri to be on. And so that's that. Riri, what do you think about the day? What do you think about the day?
Man, today, I seen everything I needed to see for Nothing But Surveillance. Baby, Shayla, no. Shayla done invited Iman to the podcast. She gonna be the podcast star. I'm sorry. I'm Team Shay Shay.
You think she's gonna be the star?
She gonna be the star. She invited when I seen she wasn't asking a mom for no money, amen. She said, "Can you come to the show?" She finna blow it out the water. If the writers don't give me that, I know I'm only the 1% that think that Shayla know. But I've been saying this for months. Shayla know, and she been sitting on it. And the fact she walked up there with confidence and said, "I need you to be on the show," baby, that told me everything I need to know.
You don't hold on. So you don't think that the reason why she did that is because she's trying to, what would I say now? She's following what Wayne told her to follow. You don't think that's what it is?
Nope, she finna blow him up on the air. She finna be the podcast star. Remember she kept saying, "Okay, if we prove ourselves,"
yes.
She been sitting on this information. So now, if she prove herself, bringing Iman, the basketball player on there, to bust him live on all of that, she will be the star. She will get her percentage earlier than everybody else. Because she's willing to suffer the embarrassment, amen,
to do it,
of telling the world he done cheated on me. And at the same time, she get her clap back with Delicia.
Riri, don't do. Oh, good Lord, Riri. You know what? Chat want to think. Let me get a read from the chat, Riri. Sit tight because it looked like them I agree with you. And right now, I didn't see it, but Riri, you have me with this one. Sabrina says, "I'm with you, Auntie Riri." Faye says, "Shayla even asked Delicia if she wants to sit here." You know what, Faye? That's interesting. Sabrina says, "Yes." Erica says, "I'm still laughing at Pamela, the punk getting you." Well, we soon talk about Scangelina and the yoke up. Because that's something else. I don't know how you get drip up in your own house. Someone says since Amber started sleeping with Dave, she has gone back to her old ways, like she was, like she never left. Mm-hmm. Angela says yes. So Angela agreeing with you. Shayla will be the breakout star. I'm glad they have toned her disrespectful self down. That's what Connect Serve says. Green Walmart says Iman don't know what he's walking into. They agree with you.
I love underdogs. I love the underdog. The underdog.
Wow, I didn't see that, Riri. I didn't see that. No, you mentioned it, Riri. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Does anyone have any opposing views to that? Charity says, I think that Iman has other girlfriends too, so he'll be exposed all around. That's interesting. Someone says, oh
Mhm.
yeah, Shayla is going to be the star crash out.
Yep.
Interesting. 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 Oh, you come up with that, Riri. Oh, you come up with that. What did you see that
I've
I'm not
been,
seeing?
and they could change it just because Riri saying it. They could
Mm-hmm.
flip the script, and I can be proven wrong again. Because I thought that Danielle had split personalities, and come to find out she was sleeping with Dave for real. So I would throw that out there. I can be wrong, but if they give me this, if they
Mm.
give the viewers this, that would be the hottest, most calculated thing ever. Wayne would get 1 trillion views because ain't nobody expecting that, man. Ain't nobody expecting it. Everybody who,
Oh, okay.
every time I said something like that, they said Shayla would have crashed out by now. I feel like there's no, this is why I think the way I think, O'Neal.
Yeah, go
When,
ahead.
when, when Shayla, there's no way that Shayla would have not watched that Laker game. There's
Mm-hmm.
no way that she wouldn't have questioned Alicia, like, why was you so up under him? They were even dressed alike. Shayla mentioned nothing about that game. She used to watch every podcast episode of Iman. So
That's
why
true.
not watch one of the biggest games of the year, a playoff game? LeBron is there. Why wouldn't she watch that? Again, after it was over with, Shayla went missing for a week. During that period, I feel like Shayla crashed out during that period. When Delicia showed up at her doorstep, she was high. She was up in the clouds. And
Mm.
Delicia was asking her questions, and she was so sarcastic. After that moment, even when she went and seen Delicia crib and all that type of stuff, she had
Mm-hmm.
this animosity, and nobody ever questioned where did this animosity towards Delicia come from.
Mm-hmm.
When she told Tamara, Delisa ain't your friend, and all this other type of stuff, where did this animosity come from? It came from she seen you with her man. When Shayla crashed out, everybody thought it was because when she flipped over the table and stuff when Iman broke up with her. She said something today. She said, I know how to play my part. So when Iman broke up with her, even though she
Mm-hmm.
was playing her part, that's what made her crash out. She wasn't crashing out because Delicia, because he broke up with
Mm-hmm.
her. She was crashing out because I can't believe this Negro broke up with me for her. And then when she made that comment, she said, you all hugged up with LeBron, you think you better than me. Why would a woman say to a man, you think you better than me? She was saying that talking out loud, talking about Delicia. Delicia thinks
Mm.
she's better than Shayla. And I'm telling you, I mean, if they give me this, man, I just want
You'd love
this
it.
to be.
Sit there.
I
Hold
mean,
on. I'm gonna tell you what the chat's saying. Somebody says Amber fans have jumped ship. Someone says I think that Shayla is onto the Lisa. I don't know when, but she suspects her. Someone says you're absolutely right. Connected to Sir. Erica says her internet and phone wasn't working. Someone says good night, Jermaine. Someone says Shayla is not smart like that. Tina says it's really hard to see Shayla knowing and holding it so well, but that's why it could be a surprise. But I see what you're saying, though,
solid
Tina.
crash
Don't worry,
out.
I'm agree with it too. Someone else says she heard Wayne referring those referencing to those who have value. He said nothing to Shayla and Lauren. Shayla does not know. Someone else says, for this moment, I'm Team Shayla. I want to see Delicia and Lauren get a couple eggs in their face. Someone else says, Auntie Riri, I've been saying this about Shayla. Someone says, remember Shayla told him he's gonna pay for treating her like that. I was wondering too, why was she so nice? Someone says Lauren will be the one to expose them on the podcast. Someone says, I don't think Shayla's a star. Someone says, yes, I'm wondering where she wanted Alicia to sit. I had to replay to hear that. Go ahead, Riri. Go ahead. Go
Come
ahead. Cause
on,
you got something on today.
come on. I'm telling you, I just feel it. I'm glad. I want as many fans as possible to say she don't know, so that the writers won't change it or flip it. I want all y'all to say she don't know, because
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying it. Shayla ain't never been dumb. Shayla called it out the night that Delicia slept with him in her house. But then she blacked it out because she like, I know this fool like that crazy. It was confirmed when she seen them at the game. But remember that episode where she came
Mm-hmm.
home and Delicia had took a shower. Iman ain't never took no dang shower. As long as he was over there, we ain't never seen him get out the shower. But all of a sudden he fresh. And Delicia fresh. She knew it. but she denied it to herself. When you've been through, like, if you really know a real crash out or a person
Mm-hmm.
who's went through a severe trauma, they will
Yeah,
block out that prompt, that drama, and then they'll know it in the back of their head, but they won't acknowledge it. And I
that makes
think
sense.
that
That's
she
fair.
went through that blackout period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she went through that blackout period already.
Good night, Sharon reviews. Good night, good night. Join, just get right into the conversation here. So, talk to me. That would be so good if it turns out like that. So, in other words, because Riri, I like where you're going with your story, because if it does that, it's a little bit it's unexpected.
It's
I'll
interesting.
say that
It's
it's
unexpected.
unexpected. Yeah, so it'll throw me off. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it. You know, I love a good plot twist. I really love a good plot
Hmm.
twist. I agree, Riri. Shayla knew Iman and Delisa hooked up. Someone says, I believe Shayla got Candace's message before Chase deleted it.
Hmm.
Oh, so hold
Hmm.
on. So hold on. Candace did send a message to Shayla?
She sent it, and then Chase went back in and deleted it. With the iPhone, you
Oh.
got 2 minutes to delete the message. But who's to
Mm,
say it really was like I was timing it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I timed it. It was right at
yeah.
that break point, but it could have still went through. But forget that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way Shayla didn't watch that game, y'all. There's no way
Mm,
she didn't watch it. And then the fact that Delicia went there to style him, you go look
mm-hmm.
and see what she put him in.
Hmm.
If we believe that she didn't see the game, we got to believe you never talked about it. You never watched to see what your
Mm.
homegirl put him in. Come on, y'all. She ain't that dumb.
It makes sense. That does make sense. That does make sense. Sit tight, Riri. Sit tight. Let me text real quick. Let me text real quick. Give me one moment here. And the link. No. Okay. Yeah, that is quite interesting. Antoinette says, I remember telling Riri the same thing about Iman sitting on the couch, fresh, and Delisa coming downstairs in the room. Antoinette, thank you for the super chat. And Antoinette is also one of those who are very good at, like, okay, you, Antoinette, tell you what who it is. You, Antoinette, Sharon Reviews, Suzette, and Charmin. Y'all are great at, like, coming up with these, like, plot twists that I'm just always like, interesting. If it goes like that, I'd be very intrigued. You know, I like a good story. I definitely always like a good story, so I don't mind, like, having a good story or something to that effect.
Yep.
That Willie says Shayla did seem to know one at one point. I also wondered if she knew about the two of them. That does make sense. I don't think
I got
Shayla is so.
crucified in the comments. I got crucified in the comments over
I
here.
wouldn't worry
That's
about that.
the
I
only
wouldn't
thing.
worry about that.
Yeah, everybody everybody knew it could be, and they been saying it, but I was the only one. I'm telling you. I mean, I ain't gonna say
Hmm.
I was the only one. It was maybe like 2 or 3 people in the comments that may have said something, but I had a whole live on it. I got a whole live where I broke down the videos on it to show the way
Hmm.
I think.
You've been doing a lot of I've been watched, and you've been, like, said a lot of things which I've really liked, like the ways that you do whatever it is. Don't let it go. Don't let it get to you, Riri. Yeah, I hope you don't. Riri, let me tell you something. You Sharon Reviews, I hope y'all keep y'all show the exact way it is. I like y'all show for what it is. Don't change y'all stance on the various things that y'all have. Nothing wrong with it. Even if me oppose it, me no know, because I like the twists. I don't mind the twists. You understand? I don't mind the twists. Onilo, no. No, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just watching the entire thing for seeing what's going on. But I think Riri has been following this story for a period of time. So it is what it is. I remember Shayla did question Iman about why he had to shower. Maybe Riri could be right. But in my opinion, Shayla doesn't know. So that's interesting. Shayla is too calm. Could go either way, because these women think this will never happen to them. That's also fair.
Uh-huh.
Goddess
Uh-huh.
says, I don't think Shayla knows because she is a confrontational person. But I love your perspectives. That's
Yeah.
what Goddess saying. George says Shayla told Candice that she was having problems with her phone during the time Candice was trying to tell her about the game, and Chase told her to stay out of it. Okay,
Uh,
that's what the only thing. But
yeah,
you never
please. Yeah,
know.
I love it. I love it. Everybody
They
just
might write something. They might write something against it, friends. That's the thing with stories. You may just
yep.
write something to plot twist it. So Don't worry, Riri. I don't believe you're all the
I'm
way
good.
out of it.
Either way, I'm good. The more people who think she don't know, that's the
Mm-hmm.
better chance of it happening. So y'all
Mm-hmm.
keep saying y'all don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Please keep saying she don't know. Because if she don't know, then that means
Mm-hmm.
Lauren gonna have the upper hand, Delicia gonna have the upper hand, and she gonna
Mm-hmm.
have this massive crash out. But if they let the underdog be the one to just
Mm-hmm.
come and rise above, that's gonna be the most exciting show ever. And if they don't do it, oh well, it would have been a hell of a plot twist.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a hell of a plot twist. What are you thinking now with Delisa, Riri? What do you think about Delisa? Because she's been talking all this trash and all of this Riri and everybody beneath her and blah blah blah. I Let me get your take on all of that, Riri. After
I
all of
think
that
they
and then seeing this now, what do you think?
I think she gonna be humbled. I think Lauren gonna be humble. Like even today, they were kind of like playing in Shayla's face, and I love it. I love the way they playing in her face. They want her to be beneath, and Shayla got her issues. I'm not saying that what Shayla did was right to
Mm-hmm.
Amber. I'm not gonna say
Mm-hmm.
that at all.
Right, right.
But but again, I can
Mm-hmm.
understand too when she stood in that kitchen and she told Amber, "You didn't want him." Amber did not want him. She wanted him
That is
after the
true.
marriage, but prior to then, there was
Mm-hmm.
so many months she didn't want him. So it's not like it was the love of her life before the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
She played Anthony, and people don't want to admit that she played him. And so now, she did take the upper hand. She did apologize. Just like Amber had a redemption story, and everybody loves
Mm-hmm.
Amber now, Shayla has the
Mm-hmm.
same opportunity to do so.
Makes
Amber
sense.
was one of the most hated people in Skitland. And I still remember. I know the details remember. Some of these people just started watching. Because one day on one of the lives, when I did a background video, somebody was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I didn't know that happened." Yeah, y'all didn't know that happened. Y'all just started watching and y'all extremists. I watched it when everybody hated Amber. They was calling her nasty for messing with Wayne and then going messing with
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, we
Anthony.
did.
I
Yeah, people
watched
did.
it.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, and I watched it
Yeah.
when people, you can go back and look at the old comments when they said, "I'll never watch the skits again if they let Amber trifling self marry Anthony."
Oh yeah, that's how bad it
I
was.
watched
It
it
was
back
very, very
then.
bad. It was
Yeah.
very, very bad. People
And
were
now
very, very upset.
and now she's the goddess of Skitland.
Ah, hold
Now
on.
she the queen.
Somebody says, Kia Bay says, well, O'Neill is probably a ghostwriter, so it'll happen now. Great insight. They take O'Neill for a ghostwriter.
Ah,
They say O'Neill be writing these skits. Oh God, y'all are something else. Love it. Let me
that was
check
it
the
for me
comments.
to say my girl. Look at the look on her face. Iman,
Mhm.
I wanna invite you to the show.
That's what she said. She wanna,
I
she
wanna
wanna
invite you
invite
to
him
the
to
show.
whatever it is.
Cause baby, he finna be
You,
the star of the show. Amen.
you think
Because
Iman is gonna be the new face?
Lauren now waiting. They waiting O'Neal. They waiting to like embarrass her. Oh, Lauren already done told her she was gonna tell it. So they waiting to like bust her bubble. And Delicia really low key don't mind it coming out on the show. She don't mind it as long as it make her look like she the one and not the two. But for Shayla to
You,
do
you
it,
think so?
for Shayla to do it though, for Lauren to think she got the upper hand, and she say, "Lauren,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so Lauren, are you gonna tell us today about your best friend Delisi?" I can hear it in my, ooh, and it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire.
You believe Delisa wants it to be known? Because Delisa, okay, Delisa to the person who is riding the fence, and Goddess does say she wants Delisa to slide down a wall, so she's here for it. You do believe that Delisa is going to actually, some way, somehow, want this to come out? Because Delisa plays to me like the person who does not want to be seen as trifling. That's what I get from Delisa, though, Riri. She don't see, she's seen that the girl who
But if it's
is,
gonna
go
make
ahead.
her look like he gave me a ring, he did this for me, she wants it to come out on her terms.
Oh,
You
I
know
see
what I'm
what you're saying. I
saying?
see what you're saying. I agree. I
And
agree.
then
I see what you're saying.
this is still payback from whatever Shayla did to her middle school boyfriend.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm, mm-hmm.
It's gonna
Hold
be
on. Let
beautiful.
me
But you
answer
know
to
who
the question. Go ahead.
I want Amber to get some payback. I want her to get payback too, cause she acting too cocky.
It's too much. It's way too much. The cockiness is way too much with Tinder right now. It's way too much. It's a lot right now. That's interesting. Sit tight. Read some comments for us here. No, Delicia doesn't want it known because of the backlash. Someone says, I believe the only reason she invited him on to the show was to impress Wayne. Someone says Delicia exactly only Delicia is not claiming Iman in public. Someone says Delicia wants everyone to believe she is an angel. Look how she was still married with her ex-boyfriend back home, knowing that he was married. Someone says if it comes out, Delisa is going to lose a lot of celebrity and friends, but her daughter will be in the back, will be the laughing stock. Someone says Shayla told Iman she knows he is missing. Yes, she did tell him that. Someone says, I think that Wayne wants it to come out like that, Auntie Riri. That's why he keeps pushing them in that way. That does make sense as what you're saying. Delisa is a trifling snake. I believe that Shayla knows. Someone else says Amber is going to find out Delisa isn't who she claims to be. She's not a girl's girl. Let's see. Someone else says Iman still want the yes, ma'am. Someone says never forget that Shayla essayed Anthony. That's how the relationship started, and she never apologized. Thank you very much for that. Iman loves the new attitude. Someone says, O'Neill, why didn't Shayla tell Anthony at the wedding? Shayla waited after if she cared. Okay, you're saying she never really cared for Anthony. She just kind of just do her own thing. Well, yeah, all of them doing it now. Thank you, Anthony. They quick want to forgive Amber, but everyone else don't deserve redemption. A redemption story. That is true, Candy. I've been rocking it with that. That is true because the truth of the matter is, yes, while I do have a lot of flack for the Shayla character, and I do, they do wedge the characters. Now, what I wanted, and I'll give you this, Riri. What I wanted is that I wanted the Shayla character to have the full downfall, then they build her back up. That's really what I was looking for. But they haven't given me that yet. So they haven't given me like a full crashing of the character where you'll see the actual obvious rise then after that. Instead, they kind of keep the character as like a villain. You know what I mean? As a villain. But I guess I'm have to keep her as a villain because who else going to be the villains? Maybe that's where Delicia and Lauren come in. What do you think, Riri?
But if I was the writers,
Mm-hmm.
I would show in the midst of
Mm-hmm.
this, the writer in me, I would make it where after it comes out, blows up, we see that scene, maybe a 10-minute skit, 9-minute skit, where we see how she crashed out behind the scenes that week that we
Mm-hmm.
didn't see her. I think that would be powerful to see her actually break down, cry, go through all the emotions that week that
Mm-hmm.
we didn't see her. Like, I need that backstory. But I think that we still haven't seen her crash. I think it's going to be that moment we go see the crash, if I were the writer. And then if we went,
Mm-hmm.
then we go back and we go see some addition. Something's going to happen with Kai.
Mm-hmm.
I really do believe it at some point. I don't think it'll be nothing dramatic, but I'm still
Mm-hmm.
hoping that it's not Anthony's son. But I don't know if they'll do that because
Mm-hmm.
Shayla is such an antagonist. It would kill that storyline a little bit if that's not his son. So I don't know, if they're gonna go that far with it or not. That's the only thing I'm really on the fence about.
That makes sense. Antoinette says, did you all see the big smile on his face when she mentioned the yes, ma'am? Yes, I did see the smile on his face because the yes, ma'am is always going to be a thing. I will say this story.
Yeah, Delise ain't got
If
no
the
yes, ma'am. She ain't got no yes, ma'am.
no, they're talking about when Iman when Shayla came there and talked about the yes, ma'am. They're saying, did you see the
I
smile
know. I said
on
Delise. I
Iman's
said
face?
because Delise ain't got no yes, ma'am. Yeah, Delise ain't got no
Oh, that's
yes,
what you're
ma'am.
saying. Good
Yeah,
Lord. Where does she have the
yeah.
no, ma'am?
She got the no, ma'am.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. I swear. I will say, though, I will say this, though. If they're going to show me a crash, it has to be okay. The Amber crash they did last year, that is the crash.
Was
That's the crashing. That's
epic.
the standard
Yeah.
of crashing. That's the
Yep.
standard where
Yep.
you must see days and days of the character, so you're able to follow it. You can able to say yes, you deserve it, whatever is going on, and then you can give me the rise.
Yep.
I feel
Or
like they've created a
O'Neal,
precedent. Go ahead.
or what they could do, O'Neal, they
Mm-hmm.
could give us the backstory and stuff, and then once it's out in the open, we see her crash. That could be another flip to it. They could let her, when she finally get it out, it finally surfaces, then let us see the turmoil of a crash out. That would be powerful as well.
Yeah, as long as they find a way how to get it done for whatever it is, then hey, I don't mind. I don't mind. Kia Bay, thank you very much for being a new member. Someone says, let me give you some comments. Them responding to your Riri. I thought a redemption story was going to be a relationship with Mike, but it wasn't. It wasn't working for views. Someone else says, Auntie Riri, you got a point, because every time they argue like that, Wayne always says, keep that same kind of energy for the podcast. Someone
Uh-huh.
says, yes, because Iman told her he would block her. Someone else
Mm-hmm.
says, I'm giving you the comments to our way you're mentioning, Amber was the most hated person at one point. Yes, she was. People forget that. Someone else says, Iman will sleep with Shayla again. He had that look in his eyes. Well, I guess I'm saying that, missing the yes, ma'am. Someone says, who
Mm-hmm.
is Delicia loyal to? Delicia has no loyalty to Shayla, Iman, or Lauren. She has turned on all of them for people she just met. Where are you on that, Riri? Where are
Mm-hmm.
you on that? You think she disloyal? You think she
Uh,
disloyal?
who do we say? I'm sorry, I didn't catch the end of it.
I'm sorry, Delicia. Do you think Delicia is disloyal?
Oh yeah, she don't trust nobody.
Hmm. She's been
Yeah, she
pushing
don't
to
trust
be.
nobody.
I don't like. She's proving to be one of those
Hold on, let me get out the car.
snakes.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. We can hear you. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Delicia
she.
has been. She's been
Oh,
pushing
okay.
to be a
Yeah,
snake.
she. I don't like Delicia at all.
No, I don't like the character at all. I
Hmm.
don't like the character at all. The character is showing me that she's not. She's not for anyone. I wouldn't say that much. She is not for
Yep.
anyone. Let me ask the chat that, because me no know. I get the impression that some people like her because they were on her side yesterday. Do you like the Delicia character? And then we can pivot. Because Angelina grab up Pamela today now, so we have to get into that to Riri. I don't know if you saw that scene. Ah, oh God. So, chat, are you a Delicia fan? Chat, give me a vote on this, please. There's 150 of us on the live. I want to see if there are any Delicia fans. Are you a Delicia fan? Are you a Delicia fan? Wow. Are you a Delicia fan? I want to see where she's ranking. Is she ranking as a villain or as, as a hero? And Riri can chime in when you're ready. Let me see what y'all are saying.
Okay, I was saying my aunt's name here pulled it up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to the comments. See what the comments talking about.
They are saying no. Most of them so far, 72% is saying no. They do not. They're not Delicia fans. Give me your take here, friends. Is she a villain or a hero? Villain. Absolutely no. Delicia will sleep with Dave. Mark my word. Not a fan of Delicia. Delicia is always breathing heavy. She needs to find some more words. Someone says Delicia can't be disloyal to them if she was never loyal to them in the first place. That's fair. Someone says no, we don't like her. Quiet as it is, just quiet as it kept. If she would just, I don't know that what. If she had stuck with King, you would have. Okay, that's what y'all are saying. Skitla be nothing without Shayla. Shayla needs to channel her inner crash out because she didn't bring it like that, like she should have. Skitla loves Shayla crash outs. Oh my gosh. Riri, let me know when you're back on. Just let me know. No, I'm just reading comments in the meantime. Someone says if Delicia doesn't open her mouth about Iman, he'll be sliding down Shayla's canal again. Sliding down Shayla's canal. That is true. If she don't open her mouth, then it is what it is. So basically, y'all don't really like Delicia. So okay, I'm taking a good viewpoint of people like Delicia. 76% says no, 24% says yes. Okay, that's interesting. Lauren and Delicia. approached Wayne for a higher percentage, I believe before it's all said and done, each of them will focus individually and attempt to step on one another. They have already started to do that. Delissa and Lauren are different, are some different type of friends. In my younger days, I used to crash out like Shayla. What? Charity? Nobody crash out. Nobody crash out
O'Neal,
like.
do you see the picture? The picture I put up right there? That lets you know when the least with the see, I be looking at the surveillance. They don't be looking at the surveillance.
Yes.
So and I ain't got all the surveillance in there for a reason, because you know I'm respect the show. But
Yeah.
when Shayla walked up, he went into this mode. He went into that stance. That's the yes sir stance. And so when he went into that yes sir stance, that's letting you know that Shayla got next, and Shayla can get the all she gotta do is send a picture, one
You
snapshot,
get it.
and he already in the put he. Why he had to open the leg up that big when she walked up? This after hours, ain't it? Grown folks, everybody over
Oh
18.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that
Okay,
you're
everybody
fine.
over
You go
18.
right ahead. Go
This
right
right
ahead.
here, this not on this on no representation of O'Neal. This Riri saying this. When he went into this angle right here on the poach, that said, I missed the yes, ma'am. That meant the come and get it. Amen.
When
That's
was
what
that?
that
When was
meant.
that, Riri?
That's
Riri,
what
when
that
was
meant.
this?
That was at
When
the
was
house. That was
this?
today.
Okay, so that was when he just came in. Is that what it was? When
No,
she
that's when
just
he
came
was.
in?
That's when Shayla was walking up to Wayne's porch. He said, "How you doing?"
All right, hold
That's
on. Let
what
me see
that
if I can
was.
get it. Let me try to
That
get it
that
because I
was the
like the
house.
surveillance.
Go to the
Hey
surveillance.
man, hey, but
There,
look, if you
nothing
do
but.
like
All
a
right,
room,
here it is. Here it
Okay,
is.
watch closely, y'all. Watch closely. Watch
what do you
closely.
think it's doing for that girl?
The
Just
legs
riding out
kind
here
of
chasing
together
some
right
Not
there.
riding by here doing all
Hmm
that,
man.
but it's like, yeah, even in
Thank you, O'Neal,
Chicago,
for the
all that ain't
surveillance.
Ooh,
nothing.
she
You
closer, she
know what I'm
closer,
saying?
she closer.
Look, she got closer. Watch
Not
this.
much. I just wanted to come over and talk business to you in person. I didn't want anything.
Mm,
Now watch. Look at the legs now.
okay.
I
The
mean, I
legs done
want
opened up that
something
quick.
because
We didn't even
I'm on a
see it.
different type of time now. But we're putting together a list of
Keep
celebrities.
looking, y'all.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find the leg open so I can kind of get to.
Look at the legs closed. Yeah, they were closed a little bit at first. Now look, the more she got there, the more he ran back. Look at that. They opened on up. Hmm Even before she sat down, he opened them up.
You even before she sat down.
Yeah, right there, right there. He leaned back with the arm. See, you see, okay, on my surveillance, you see it's on the right there, and then he
I see
grabbed the
it.
neck. When he grabbed the neck right there, hey man, that neck. When he grabbed the neck, he went into position. Hey man, y'all see that? He grabbed the neck and went into position. He had a flashback. The yes ma'am triggered him. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Have y'all ever had some yes sir, yes ma'am? And then, they just walk by you, they call and say, how you doing? And you just triggered, your body just go into position. His whole body
You so you hold on, Riri. You think it's yes man PTSD? You're saying he had the yes man PTSD right here?
yes, he got yes ma'am PTSD. That's what that is. Yes ma'am PTSD. Look at him. Look at his eyes roll back. The smile. That ain't the sign of disgust. That ain't disgust. That's ooh Lord. Delicia ma'am ain't mamming. That's what he's saying to himself. He was triggered. Then look what that girl got on. Go back to the surveillance of
Let
what
me look at
Shayla
what she
got
got on
on.
because I did
Go
see
back
what
to the
she had on,
surveillance.
and
Look at
I
that.
already knew what was going on.
Look
I
at that.
already okay. Let me give you my manly take of this.
Come on, give us
Shayla,
the male
Shay,
perspective.
Shayla has no drawers under this thing. None. No drawers not underneath the stuff. No drawers is underneath here. So I already saw it, and I was like, okay, so she has no. I can bet you, and I did say it inside of my what you call it, my analysis today. There's nothing underneath this, friends. I
Your
already know how this
surveillance. Your
works.
surveillance. You got to
Nothing
keep it
under this.
clean on their surveillance. Hmm
There you go. The surveillance. There was nothing underneath this, right? There was nothing. Look pan out whatever it is. There is no bra under the thing. There's none. None at all. There's nothing going on right here,
Now
sir.
go back to his position on there. Go back to his position. We see what she got on. Now look at his position. Look. Go back to the neck where he grabbed his own neck. He grabbed his own neck.
Hold on. Let me try to get where we get grab him neck.
Hmm
Because even Wayne watching what's going on, and Wayne like, wait, what is happening here, sir?
hmm
Wayne is saying, because Wayne is just looking at this like, I cannot believe she's doing all of this. I see what she's
hmm
doing to him.
hmm
Wayne kind of sees what she's doing.
hmm
Easy access, man. Erica, what do you mean easy access? Erica?
See, that's how his legs was when she first walked up. They were kind of closed. He went all the way, leaned back,
Hold
laid back.
on. Do the rock away. Lean back. Hold on, I'm trying to get him where he hold on to the neck. I'm trying to get the neck position.
Look,
Give me one moment. I'm getting there.
and see, Wayne as a man, that's why he did his hand like that, because he already, look, he already know.
Because Wayne is looking up. Wayne is saying what is happening right here, sir. Look at how
Mm-hmm.
he comes in. The woman is a temptress.
Mm-hmm.
She knows what she's doing.
The
She
least ain't
knows
gonna
what
get
she's
no phone
doing.
call tonight. I'm telling you.
There it is.
There it is.
There
There
it
it is.
is.
He was triggered. And see, Lauren seen it too. Lauren knew what time it was too. When she seen it. That's why she called Lisa over there.
I think she's the one that called Alicia over there. I
Yeah.
believe I definitely believe she called Alicia.
Yeah, she the
For
one who
sure.
called Lisa. Because she
I
already
definitely
knew.
believe.
Baby, the yes ma'am was just one, she just one yes ma'am away.
If she wasn't there, it would have been a whole different thing. I believe it would have been a whole different thing.
Even
Sit, Tyler. Yeah? Go ahead.
even when she got that though, he wasn't just he didn't straighten up and move to the other side of the room or nothing. That man was still looking at Shayla when she walked off. I'm telling you, O'Neal, it's gonna be a misunderstanding.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I
it's gonna be a misunderstanding. I'm telling you what I know. That man ain't over
yeah.
that yes man. He knows she crazy. My little brother told me one time. He said sometimes when women kind of crazy, they got that. It's just something about the crazy yes ma'am. That crazy yes ma'am is unfiltered.
It
It's
is true.
super
It
free.
is true.
Yeah,
I've
that she
had a
got.
couple of them.
You know
It
it's
is
true,
true.
O'Neal. Tell,
Mhm.
tell the truth and shame the devil.
Yeah, it is true. We have to run and left them. We have to move from state and them something. They have to get out of it because if you don't, then it
See, Shayla. I'm
don't
sorry,
bring me back,
Delicia.
Riri. Do not bring me back.
Delicia. Delicia and Amber. See, they act all too reserved and goody too. Like Delicia be having on the little cute robe and all that. He want a choke throat. He want the choke throat. He want to be able to just wipe that crazy. I'm gonna tell on myself. I'm gonna be quiet. You go ahead and go. Because I'm about to
That
tell on my own self.
behave
Keep,
yourself, Riri.
keep
Behave yourself
going.
on the line.
I'm
Be-
finna go off him.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm
Do
finna turn off
not
the
go
camera.
out, but be yourself. So Green Walmart says, because Green Walmart knows what's going. The men them in that chat know what's going on now. We all know when they're over there and them not wearing anything at all. We know this. We know the game. I mean, guys, we already know the game. Iman said Shayla lets him do anything and everything.
Anything, anything,
I
anything.
hope he's not talking about going to the back door because that's nasty. Somebody else says, yes, they are cray cray. Let me move this out of my screen so I can get the
Say the cray
the
K cuckoo
clear.
is fire.
They're cray cray.
Hmm.
Riri, my brother, told me the same thing. He's straight
I'm
up.
telling you.
He straightened up when Delicia pulled up. Yes, she called Delicia over there. Someone says
Hmm.
he's already got. Shayla did some slight work today just to pull him in.
Hmm.
Lauren is
She
taking notes.
reminded him. It was the
Mhm.
outfit for me. It was the outfit.
It was the outfit. The outfit is definitely what it is. I've already
Because I'm
seen
gonna
the outfit.
tell you
I'll tell you
what
that
he
one now.
imagined as a you can tell me if it's true or not from a man. But
Hmm.
Shayla was strategic. That's an outfit that we can imagine Delicia being in. So he looking at her now. This ain't sweatsuit, Nike suit, Shayla.
You're
This
right.
is the new hair, the good weave. The stuff that you that Brazilian weave. Hey
Hmm.
man, she got on the nice Delicia looking outfit. The girls sitting right where they need to sit. And she said it soft. She didn't even come at them hard. She said, I just want to know if you would be on my podcast. It was the way she did it, y'all.
It
Y'all
was a
didn't see?
well. It was a pum pum pitch. I mean, we all know
It
the
was a
pum
boom
pum pitch.
boom
Basically,
bitch.
it's a pitch. Pum pum pitch. It's just
I done it before. Might do it
exactly.
again soon. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
Green
Mhm.
Walmart says, I think Shayla tipped us off today when she said, I'm going to start watching some of your old podcasts for research. I bet she's going to see that video. Did you hear that? Did you hear
She
that
already
part,
seen
Riri?
it. She already seen it. Hmm. She
Because she
already
did
seen it.
say that, She did say that. That is
Hmm.
true. She did say she basically going to go back into the previous videos. It was a pom pom pitch. That's what it was,
I
friends.
love
Don't
it.
act like y'all don't know what a pom pom pitch is.
It was a pom
Guys,
pom
give it.
bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guys
because
give the
the way he was cocked up like that, it triggered me, and I ain't even been with Iman. I was triggered. He knew what
Mhm.
he was doing. He leaned back with it. When they leaned back with it, yeah, what's up, little mama? It was
You
the
know,
lean back. This was him and Shayla done had this. If I go back over the surveillance in her room, I promise you, he been like that before. Where
that's true.
he
You know
used
what?
it
That's
like
true.
that. If Lauren and Wayne went there, Shayla could have got it on the porch. I'm telling you what I know.
That is true.
I'm
That is
telling you
true.
what I
I'm not
know.
going to lie. I'm not going to lie, chat. That
I'm
is
telling you what I
true.
know.
That is true. If Wayne wasn't there and think there wasn't there, that is true.
It would have went down.
That is true. That is definitely true. That's not. I think you're right there, sir.
Mhm.
Iman loves the Dookie shoot. What? I hope not.
Shayla, anything goes. Amen. And if we was real grown up in here, I'd tell y'all some things, but it's still 9 o'clock. I cannot get that unfiltered until after 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet.
Bilderberg boy, I'm going to ask you to behave yourself about the Dookie shoot.
I'm telling. A heap see and a few
I
know.
have
That's all I'm
never,
gonna
I've,
say.
I've never heard that one before, man.
Baby.
Somebody says Iman is in a trance. He is in a trance. Reread them. I laugh at Riri. There is no limit in Shayla's bedroom.
None.
Nasty. You need to have some limits in the bedroom. You can't go too far. You
No,
can't.
you got to know what you're doing. That's all that is to it. I used to be I worked for Pure Romance and we took classes. And I used to say research and development based on research and development, I mean,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna be quiet. Alexa dismiss. I'm be
Yeah.
quiet. I'm be quiet.
It was going down on the porch if Wayne wasn't there. If Wayne
What
wasn't there, it's going down.
down?
If Wayne and Lauren wasn't there, y'all know this already. Generational wealth. I'm not saying no, 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 no. SWMFL. Yeah, I mean, Kool-Aid. Shayla likes it. Front, back, side to side.
Back.
In the what? In the
Alexa
third
dismiss.
quarter. Ain't that y'all got some names for this thing? So first me here the Dookie shoot. Now me here the third cutter. I've never. Somebody
What I would say
no.
in the community, a lot of people, okay, so I'm gonna go professional right quick.
Mm-hmm.
So from a professional standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
that is with a female and a male, that
Mm-hmm.
is considered a G spot. It is a
What?
G spot. The anal area. I'm gonna use the proper terms. The
The
anal cavity is the second G spot in a woman.
oh,
And a man, it is a G spot. That's why sometimes when people have like prostate exams and things like that,
yeah.
misunderstandings can happen. So,
Mm-hmm.
but if done correctly, if
Mm-hmm.
not, you just not freestyling and you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. I'm not gonna get too graphic on him, but
Mm-hmm.
if you do it correctly and you are in the proper mindset, and it really can be pleasurable for the person, and it's not messy at all. It can what you call it, replicate vagina. I'm sorry, yes, ma'am, behavior if it's done correctly. When you hear people with horror stories of stuff like that has happened, that
Mm-hmm.
was it ended up in a misunderstanding, it's because they did not know what they were doing and they were just freestyling.
I see.
So
I
there
see.
is that it can be very, that is the second G spot. That's why we got a lot of misunderstandings in the world, because that is your second G
So that
spot. Even that's the second. That's even a male G spot.
well, I've heard a lot of things about what's going on for dear. So I just don't, I don't see it as something.
To
But
each his
hey, I know
own.
people.
Yeah.
That's what I will say with that one. To each because that kind of rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
That's all I must say. It's kind of rough. Did you see the clip of Angelina grabbing up Pam? Did you see that? And let me see if I can put it up for you so you
And
can
like
hear
I
what
say,
she was
we
saying.
we
I
might
came to
hate
find
Angelina.
out how your bank account is looking because you took my money. You said that you were pregnant, and you sat on that couch right there and you said, "Get out of my house."
No, you said I was pregnant and I never said anything back. Let's get it right.
So lying by omission is what we do now.
Basically, I guess, huh? If that's what you want to call it.
So was that your
concept? For over a year? Putting up with Angelina and Brody?
Actually, 2 years that you were living as an adulteress. Do you know how stupid you were looking? I told you time and time again what kind of man this is. I told you that. And just at
Why
the
are
thought
you in my
of
home
you
right now?
being
Get out
pregnant,
of my house.
I won't be leaving. I still have more to say. I'll say my piece and then I'll depart.
Oh, peace is not what you do.
tell
Girl, you better get your hands off of me. You know what?
You're gonna give me my
I
money,
think
right?
the
You gonna
no
What? Right?
Angelina is I told y'all, Angelina is the first woman in Skitland history to actually drag somebody. All the other women, I'll drag you, I'll drag you. She actually drug Sincerity out. Angelina is about that life. I don't know why y'all don't think so. She the only one that's about that life, and she older than all the young ones that say they go drag somebody. She about that life in your crib. In your crib. Y'all better give Angelina, y'all put some respect on Angelina's name.
Riri, I've been dying all day because I can't believe Angelina grab a Pam like this and Pamela is not doing anything at all. Nothing. Pamela has been grabbed up by
I gotta tell my mama about this one.
Riri. I'm still dying from watching this. I don't know how Pamela allowed Angela to grab her. I don't know. Me no know. Does she need karma, Riri? Does she need some karma? Because there's no way. There's no way.
Angelina karma gonna be whatever happened in New Orleans. Whatever that New Orleans thing is, I think that's gonna be her karma.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is, but it's whatever happened there. And her karma, and I have to be careful. Like a lot of people say, like Shayla ain't got her karma, Angelina ain't got her karma, Anthony ain't got her karma. But we as the viewers know that they are getting their karma. We just want them to experience it on the show where it's out in the open. So, but because
Yes. We're
really, her karma was Brody leaving her for Pam. That's her karma.
You know what really makes sense. You know what? I was about to say something, but I think it makes sense. Some of the times we try to expect the same karma that we got for someone else, but you're not going to get that same karma. That does make sense. That does make sense. That's a very fair assessment. I'm gonna take it back. That's a very fair assessment that you mentioned just now. Very fair. Very, very fair. Sit tight and read some comments. Angelina karma is coming when she finds out that Brody is who? Is Jicey. Okay. Juicy, Jicey. Is that what you're saying right there, son? Antoinette, thank you for the super chat. Somebody says her daughter was doing the same thing with Anthony behind Amber's back. Yes, what happened in New Orleans is going to come out. Someone says, you're welcome, Christopher. Someone says the way Angelina would have gotten dragged around the house for entering. Would you allow somebody to drape you up like this in your own house?
Oh no, it would have been. She wouldn't. As soon as I seen her in my house, I would have jumped on the couch and went up. You know, it would have been looking book. You came in my house?
Ain't no way. Ain't
Ain't no
no way.
way.
Ain't no way.
No way.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go at it with you.
Mm-mm.
Ain't
Ain't
no
no way.
way. I'm sorry. I'm
Mm-mm.
just not going to allow you to. It's just I just couldn't believe that Pamela kept talking and didn't do anything.
But I would have went. I would have went straight to the kitchen if I didn't have. I'd be like, oh, hold that thought. Stay right there. Stay right there.
No knife, nothing at all. Pamela have nothing in her hand. Pamela
But
not
that
have
show you.
nothing inside her hand.
I'm gonna bring the same analogy like when people said Anthony was sassy when he went over Dave's house. When you go into somebody else's territory, knowing that they what you call it, stand your ground, and I think
Yeah,
Atlanta is a stand your ground state. You bold. That is not
that
a
is true.
soft move at all to go in somebody's house not knowing what they got in it. That means you about that life.
You may be right, Riri. I think I agree with you. I think I agree with you on that one. I think I agree with you. That does make sense. That does make sense. Pamela is a punk. Pamela knows what? Pamela knows all about what? All about Angela. She should call the police and have her arrested. Pamela's a punk. I believe that people waiting on someone's karma to arrive will stay stuck in the past and unable to move on. Unlike the Shaylas of the world, they keep moving forward. You know what? You are correct on that. That's what I was saying, Candy. You're right. Some of the times, maybe what you're seeing as karma, you don't know if that's really the karma that they need. That does make sense. Shayla don't cook and she don't even clean, but she really wants the ring. She would be perfect in Cardi B and Make the Stallion video. Someone says Zashri would have to go at this point, not in my house. Someone says her karma is when she finds out, okay, that's the one I read before. Pam told her that she would call the NOLA PD, is what made her let Pam go. Yeah, but then she tell Pam she will come back. So that don't make no sense either with Pam. Angela isn't the first to drag somebody. Sonny did drag some. Well, Sonny did do a little bit of dragging. Diesel is her karma. Pam is partially getting her karma. Good night, all. Someone else says, I don't think Brody is Shayla or her sister's biological father. Don't believe that either. Pamela is a punk. She has been slapped and now yoked up. The woman is so scary. I just it don't make no sense. She's been done bad. I'll grab or bat something. I'll grab a bat or something. We're not going down without a fight. That's what I believe today. There's no way you can make somebody come in your house like this. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Someone says I don't like Angelina, but she's a bad girl. Someone else says she beat two women up and the husband up. She was all that smoke. She's the best. She's beat Pamela before. She has beaten Pamela before.
She
Get it?
undefeated.
Undefeated right now. She need the belt basically. Angelina have the belt. Basically, Angelina have the title belt. Angelina right now is the woman's champion. To be very very fair with you, she is the woman's champion. I don't know how. Me don't know. Boy, all that talking Pamela did. I really believe that Pamela was gonna do something though. Really, me never know she was not gonna do anything. I didn't know. I didn't know. Like, there's no way this can be happening.
My money, right?
Police department would like a phone call from me right about now. So get your hands off of me. You got some nerve.
I do not.
No, can you imagine? I did grab up, Riri, the grab up was very long, Look at the grab up. No, man,
in my home right now. Get out of my house.
I won't be leaving. I still have more to say. I'll say my piece and then I'll depart.
Oh, peace is not what you do. Girl, you better get your hands off of me. You know what? You know what?
You gonna give me my money, right?
The
You gonna give me my
NOLA
money, right?
Police Department.
that woman is as strong as hell, Riri. That woman is as strong as hell. Did you
You know,
see how far?
she been in the she's an army. I think in real life she like went to the army
Oh,
and everything.
yeah, she's a vet. You're
Yeah.
right. She is a vet.
She's
You are right.
she's trained nothing but. Yeah.
You're right. She's a
And
vet.
she still got it.
I'm just remember. Yeah, she's a vet. She is a vet. I'm just remembering she is a vet. No wonder she's so rough and tough.
And she not
That's why.
scary. She not scary.
Yeah, she's not scared at all. She just do her
Now
little
her
thing.
daughter is what you call Shakira Richardson. Shayla Shakira. Yeah.
Because she would run in a heartbeat. Eh?
Yeah, she'll run in heartbeat. Her
She
daughter that
will
she
run.
but Zachary will knock if you buck too. Zachary is kind of more feisty.
Hmm.
Like remember when she thought that Anthony was fighting Shayla that time and she ran up in there?
Yeah,
She feisty.
that does make sense. That does make sense. That does make sense. What did you think this morning, really, of like them taking the deal? What do you think? I want to hear your view on this because I spoke on it, but I wanted you to kind of get more into it. What do you think about them taking the deal?
I was disgusted. First of all, and I did a whole live on. I was disgusted at Amber's behavior
Mm-hmm.
of bringing up Wayne's mother. I thought that was so tasteless.
Mm-hmm.
But it shows me the level threes. Y'all, it all makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
It all makes sense. They will go whatever extremes to escape deniability of their own actions.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, like I said, I know that people like, oh, Wayne wrote it or Amber wrote it, they wrote it. Yeah, they wrote it, but I think that what they're trying to do, what I would say, Money Law said it perfectly. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
try to. I gotta find that thing that he said. Money Law said it perfectly. He think that Wayne or the writers are trying to show followers of Amber this occult that is formed that okay, this woman can truly do anything, and y'all are still. He's showing the hypocrisy of she can do absolutely anything, and they will still follow her and justify what she's doing. Cause that was just so low that it just took everything out of me. Because I was like, what if he would have said, what would your mama think? You know what I'm saying about the what you did to Anthony?
Mm-hmm.
and we keep on. We don't want to talk about that, and that's how Amber
Hmm.
fans. I mean, the extremists, the level threes. Let me say that because I'm a fan of Amber.
Right. I
But
said the same thing
the
too.
level
Hmm.
threes, they just
Hmm.
they're no accountability.
It's extremists. One of them said this morning. I think one of them said in the comment like, there's no way, no man can comment on a woman. And I'm like, well, it's business. Anybody can comment on business, whether it's for like a woman doing it or a man doing it. It's business. Business is just numbers and digits and whatever you're trying to do. That's what it is. It has no face. It has no gender. It has no class. It has none of that kind of stuff. Either you're making money or you're not making money. So it's not, I mean, all this color that you're trying to write in it, there is no color. So it was just quite interesting to whatever else it is. So I'm happy to hear you say that, more than anything else. But I do find it though disgusting because for her to have said that was quite intriguing, because it's almost like you. And yesterday people were saying how him was doing this and he was doing that, and I was like, well, was he? I'm like, well, was he really and truly? So I saw some of the comments, so that's why I said I wanted to hear other people talk about this. You know what I mean? Other than myself, because I didn't want to make it seem as though me just giving a male's opinion. I want to know exactly from a woman, what do you think about that when you hear something has to do with that?
Yep,
Riri?
I was just disgusted by it, and
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they still took the deal,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, it's gonna backfire because they still haven't paid this lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
and I guarantee you, it's gonna be somebody or half of them or all of them or Amber, and I'm sure it's gonna be Amber who gonna go to Dave and be like, um, why do we have to pay her? Nothing got done, and I think that's gonna be one of those rifts between her and Dave because Dave gonna be about business. I
Mm-hmm.
gave you her as a reference. I didn't give it. I didn't tell you or my friend to help you for you to escape paying her. And that's where we go see Dave stand up. I think as a businessman, we gonna start seeing that more. Like this woman really ain't about business.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, he
Because
kind
Dave has
he
been
kind of
showing me
soft
going
too
on.
though. He kind of soft
Yeah,
too.
Dave has been showing me that he's been letting very loose a lot of things go, right? And so Dave almost like Dave is extremely simping, extreme simping, because even with being late to him on business meeting, Fire and Melissa, and I've always spoke about Fire and Melissa, and I said it don't make sense because basically Wayne is right now still working with Amber.
Yep,
Why can't they work with Melissa?
it's gonna be a misunderstanding. I'm telling you, all this is gonna catch up to her, and Amber fans gonna be crashing out everywhere. The level threes, because in this morning, a lot of them couldn't even justify it. They go to me. The thing is with me, they go silent. They go silent when she's wrong, but when they think she right, they all crazy. They all, oh,
Them
she's the
loud.
queen. She's the this. If you think her behavior is right, and my thing is, she always lead like even this morning. We are beautiful. We are beautiful. The more she says that, the uglier her character becomes to me. Every time she says it. The same thing with Delicia. The more arrogant that Delicia acts, the more it diminishes her character.
That's true. That's true. I believe that too. I believe that. It just is. But they are showing it. I do believe with Money Law what Money Law is saying, because I've been talking about it from before, right? And I said to people before, more over and over again, I like the Amber character. However, I just don't like the whole idea that she's not always right. And no care how much you try to check, like, hey, that's way kind of far for whatever it is. So it's almost like, I sometimes I don't quite get exactly where people are going with it. But I'm glad they took the deal. I don't know though if it's gonna work, because it seems like them. Okay, it feels like Amber is competing with Wayne. And I'm saying you don't need to compete with Wayne. You just need to make money. That's what you need to do. Raise your value and make money and then move forward. You don't need anything else. But it feels like she's basically in this competition mode with Wayne. And I think they're trying to show something of the character that she's basically not. It's like she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing. Whatever she needs to
Mhm.
focus on, she's not focusing on that. It feels like that's what it is.
I think that's why they show like Dave with the pot in the sink. We don't know if he was cooking something for himself or is that the same pot from the other day. And if that's the same pot from the other day, then that's been sitting in his sink for 2 or 3 days. That
Mm-hmm.
same pot, why it's not put up? So to me, that was symbolic. And also, even like with the Delisa character, y'all
Mm-hmm.
saying how much worth y'all. And then what got me this morning, I don't know if people caught it. She said, "Well, can we use the Country Wayne name?" It might have been yesterday.
Yesterday,
And I'm
yeah.
like, You just said his name meant nothing. It's all about
There
your
you go.
beauty. So why you got to use his name? It's like
Because
she's a
yeah.
walking hypocrisy hypocrite.
That's true. That's true. I agree with that. I agree with that. And I was kind of cool to look at that too, because I'm like, no, well, but you just say when never. Plus, okay, you don't need to use that anyways. That's kind of what I was trying to explain to some people. You don't need to use that because what you need to do is use the 3 years and build your name. That's all you need to do. Be known as Amber, be known as Delicia, be known as Shayla, be known as Lauren, be known as Honeypot. Just build your name, build your name, build your name, build your name. Your name will be called so much. And if you get an agent, then it would work outside or whatever. Because that's
Just
what I was
like
trying to explain to some
Just
people.
like Angela Yee. I mean, she was
Hmm.
a part of the Breakfast Club, and now
Yes,
she's a branch herself. So if the Breakfast Club broke down
correct,
or break up or whatever, she's no longer
correct,
affiliated with that, but her name is still strong. And that's
correct.
what they're not getting.
That's what I was trying to tell them. Angela Yee's Angela Yee. She's not Angela Yee from
Yep.
the Breakfast Club. So people will
Exactly.
look. People will say that, but she doesn't have to advertise that. She just needs to name herself Angela Yee. They already know who Angela Yee is by now. That's what I was trying to explain to people. Like, hey, you don't understand the promotion when you get that much promotion. Exactly what really and truly happens. You know what I mean? That's the idea of it. Let me read some comments. Sit tight, Riri. Someone says they want to be known as Wayne's World. Delicia is facing Delicia's face is sagging. Someone says, why Amber won't take any money from Dave but keeps spending Anthony's money? When you got two men with money, Dave is getting all the pum pum for free. He is getting it for free. I agree with you, Riri. Facts, Riri. Someone says, no, you cannot use his name. Someone says, Anthony did tell Shayla the contract was good as good standard contract in the beginning. He did. And that's what I was trying to tell people. Amber refused to leave Wayne's world. Someone says they want us to dislike the main characters. I believe they want Shayla to be the star. No. Okay. Yes and no. So what I think they're trying to do, the Kinder, is they're trying to get the characters in cycles. However, people have become loyalists. And by the way, I want y'all to get this. This is not just an American thing. It's happening all over because Jamaica has now have loyalist fans as well. Where just like we say them love Amber, they love certain entertainers. Where even when the entertainer wrong, them go and pick up an entertainer. So that's what is basically occurring. That's what's happening. Someone says, I think a different take on Amber speaking on his mom since both sides their mothers are deceased. I could be wrong. I
What
see what you.
different take can you have though?
All right, so here the deal with we do, and why would I bring up his mom in at all? Because the
Yep.
take was to try to
To hurt him.
let me show you something. The take was to try to diminish Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
In case you don't watch what she's been saying, her thing is like she in this competition with these men, and I'm like, you're not competing with the men, you're competing with yourself. What you want to do is do your thing, and it will shine. And that's why I keep giving people Kendra G, Riri, because I keep saying Kendra G is a woman, and she realized, hey, I've got a space and a niche, and I'm going to build this niche.
Yep.
You're just competing with yourself. That's basically what you're competing with, really. Sure, it's
Yep.
not like a friend that comes and every now and again, good, yeah, but trust me, it's you're competing with. Because the better your product gets, it'll be undeniable. After a period of time, nobody not going to be able to deny it.
Exactly.
That's really how this thing works. After a period of time, no one will deny you. That's why you have Rihanna, and you have Beyonce, and you have Lady Gaga, and you have all of these famous superstar women.
Yep.
After a period of time, they became on. Cardi B's undeniable.
Undeniable. She
As much as they
undefeated.
want to say, correct. You could have said she worked in a strip club a dozen and one times. You could say she's a stripper a dozen
It
and one
don't
times.
matter.
Guess what? She's still going
You
to be
can
a
say
star.
her mouth used to be regular. You can say she
Correct.
hood. You can say she used to be a
It no
blood. You
matter
can say
what you say.
whatever because when you and that's the thing. Oh, I'm so glad you used that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because when you are true to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B was one of the first celebrities I seen as far as women
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
who go up there with no makeup on.
Correct.
This is before she became the star she is now, and she'll even do it now.
Mm-hmm.
That girl got her almost down to her ankles,
Mm-hmm.
and it's thick and it's pretty. She showed women that whether I'm on here with my hair tied back, eating some chicken,
Thank
or
you.
whether I'm on here in a
Mm-hmm.
$100,000 dress, I'm still Cardi B. Whereas some women in the industry, They weren't able to be that true to themselves. So
Correct.
they hated Cardi B for her
Correct.
realness instead of joining forces. Megan Thee Stallion, another one. Megan Thee
Thank you.
Stallion will get up there in a minute with no makeup on, no nothing, to show you that because it quiet as it kept. I mean, just like right now, I ain't got on no lipstick, no nothing. When
Mm-hmm.
I really started my content, I feel like start to go to a different level. I didn't even want to do this because I was like, man, I gotta have my hair done. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And it was Deontay. He came on the road one night and he was like, girl, go on there like you are. And that's what I do now because if y'all see me put on lipstick, I can look like a totally different person. I put on
Mm-hmm.
a wig, but you got to be able to be raw and let
True.
people see your rawness. We seen Delicia one episode that she didn't have her makeup on. That was with Dan, and
Correct.
she's not a bad looking girl.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, or if you go to Lauren's IG page, Lauren has pictures of her with no makeup on. Lauren is beautiful, y'all, for real, with no makeup on. And I'm just like, when you able to be real to yourself, it's something just
Mm-hmm.
different. It hit different. It hit different. And if
I believe
Amber
that.
were to be real with herself, it would
Mm-hmm.
hit different. But she's trying to be like better than everybody. Every time she say pretty, it make me cringe. Cause in actuality, even Ernestine, we ain't never seen Ernestine with no heavy makeup on. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Ernestine is like a natural girl, but because
True.
of her attitude, people don't give her props. But
Mm-hmm.
Ernestine
True.
is a beautiful woman that don't wear nothing but look like lip gloss most of the time. So it ain't about your outer beauty and what you wearing in your clothes. Delicia in this picture, she in her feelings.
Yeah.
That same choke, I'm so sick of them Chanel chokers. I don't know what to do.
The what? The chokers.
The Chanel, can y'all get a different type of Chanel necklace or something? I mean, I ain't hating on Chanel, but I'm just saying y'all look like carbon copies of each other.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Do something different. Shayla
Mm-hmm.
came over there with nothing on up underneath that and looked gorgeous. You got to get props where props is due, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True.
She in her
True.
feelings. And I think we're going to see her keep being in her feelings. Wayne wanted to be in her feelings. He is stirring the pot. He cooking the pot intentionally. Because as
That's
much
what he
as
told Alicia.
self-esteem as you say
Mm-hmm.
you got, as much as Amber say she got high self-esteem, y'all really low vibrational with low self-esteem.
That's true. I see that. I do see that. I do see that for sure. Antoinette, I didn't forget your super chat. Anthony says, "Do y'all think Wayne should bring in Sarah as a consultant?" I
I think so, because she has more podcast
yeah,
experience than the rest of them.
yeah. Then again, what he might do is he might basically put Sarah as one of the podcasts underneath his podcast because if you listen to what Wayne is thinking of himself like an NBA, what you call it? Like the NBA itself. Wayne is saying, "I'm going to build a platform and I'm going to have different podcasts underneath it." Because I didn't know, by the way, Riri, I did know that, for example, even with the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne, it's a whole it's one group and then there are multiple podcasts underneath it because I didn't know even Drink Champs was underneath Charlemagne's company. Did you know that?
I didn't know that either.
That's what I'm telling you. So it's like multiple podcasts
That's smart.
underneath this one up exactly. So that's what I'm
That's
learning,
smart.
that Wayne is creating this. That's what I was trying to explain to people. He might create a platform that people can just say, "Oh, it's the Wayne podcast. Yeah, we'll watch it." Because that's what that does.
Mm.
What people don't get is that's what it does.
That's
Outside
brilliant
of
because
you
I can
building your
see
name.
Mojo being under him.
Mm-hmm.
I can see like different comedians
Mm-hmm.
doing their
That's what I'm
own thing under
wondering.
it. That's why they don't understand the opportunity of it all.
Correct. That's what
Put
I was trying
BB
to.
on one. Wayne,
Correct.
Put BB and O'Neal on one. I'm
Come
just
on,
saying.
Riri. Please.
Come
Come on,
on.
Riri. Come on. That's exactly what I was trying to explain to them. That's what I was
They don't
telling them.
understand opportunity, O'Neal. They don't
I
understand
said we
opportunity.
would be on there for free. Not that we
Free.
want to be paid, but for free because we already
Free.
know what the promo means. You're gonna
Free.
put me in front of millions of audiences
Free.
every day.
Free.
That is a value. I would have to pay for that. Have you
For
guys
free.
like? I don't know if people know if they've ever paid for ad spots. It costs a lot of money. I remember doing like a song in Jamaica and paying for a song
Free.
just to get the song to burst out. It took me around.
Free.
It took us around what 10,000 US to even get the song basically to be known enough.
Free.
And that's not even enough either because there are songs that gets 100,000 US dollars. Those are the levels that it costs to do those things. I've been telling people, them just not get it. I say a minute thing gonna
Nothing
understand
but.
the opportunity. You don't understand the opportunity. You're like, you don't get it.
And what they don't realize, let's say he picked both of us up individually. If we did individual or we did together on the show,
Mm-hmm.
or if it was like 4 or 5 commentators on the show,
Yeah.
we still could branch out and do another umbrella with just our individual selves.
That's what I
We
was
gonna
telling
make the
people.
he telling them girls, y'all can branch out and do other things. All y'all doing, I'm just giving y'all the footwork, the door opening.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes. I don't.
I'm telling you now, Wayne, if you see on TV, I would do it for
Mm-hmm.
free. Just to be
Mm-hmm.
up under the umbrella because guess what? I'm gonna make my money. I just need the exposure. That's
Mm.
it. And they don't get that.
Hold on.
They don't get it.
Somebody gave me a check in the comment. Thank you for giving me that Billy Rick boy. Billy Rick boy says no. So that's not what I, because I thought I saw that Billy Rick boy, unless they bought it. Billy Rick boy is saying no. Drink Champs no signed to Warner Brothers and not to iHeart, because I know iHeart and Thing they're joined together, and I saw them underneath there. But unless I'm missing something, let me see what's underneath their main on the black Poor Minds. Okay, Big Facts, Good Mom and Bad Choice, The Gangsters Chronicles, Deep Well, Selective Ignorant. Okay, so no. So that's not one. Let me, I stand corrected. Thank you very much for that, Billy Rick boy. Billy Rick boy says no, that's not what's underneath there. So what's underneath there is this. That's what is I'm learning. What's underneath there is a couple other podcasts. Poor Minds, Big Facts, Good Mom, Bad Choices, The Gangster Chronicles, Deep Well, Selective Ignorance with Mandy B. I don't know. Maybe you don't know either. So those are some of the podcasts underneath it. But that's what I was saying. I was trying to show you the structure. But thank you very much for that, Billy Rick boy. I appreciate that very much. I appreciate that. So it's not under there. Drink Champs not under there, Riri. It's those other podcasts I talked about just now.
But and for the big picture of it all, you guys,
Mm-hmm.
they can start off under one person and then branch off
Mm-hmm.
and do something else different too. But the
Mm-hmm.
what I think a lot of times we have to seek to understand as well. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we're not saying textbook this, that, or third. You can give
Mm-hmm.
examples and stuff, and always fact check us. We don't mind at all.
Yeah, I don't
But the
mind.
thing, but always remember the message. The message is you have these big conglomerates, and they
Yes.
they have their. You just want to be a part of the brand. That's
Right.
it. You just want to be on the umbrella or whatever of it all.
Look at this. This is it. So this is Charlemagne's company right here. I didn't even know this dude owned 51% of this stuff with iHeart. But he
Wow.
owns 51% of this. And so he has all these shows underneath it. You remember what's his name? Because y'all remember him because he was on the series. I don't remember his name again. Green, Nave Green. Nave was with the what the boy's name again? He worked with Mike with Mike with the company. You remember those skits with Mike and vending machine? The vending
Yep.
machine boys, global.
Yep.
Glo-
Global
so, so
chips.
so Nave has a podcast underneath Charlemagne's company now. There it is. Broken Play with Nave. So he's got a podcast under there. Big Facts is one. Reality with the King. So that's what I'm showing people
He got the
how
85 South with what you call it
that's
now?
what I'm learning. Yeah, they underneath this.
Wow.
This is what I'm showing y'all where the thing is. This I'm trying to explain.
You
They
know
don't
what
get it.
another example is on there?
Oh, hold on,
What
hold on. That's Drink Champs right there. That's what I was saying. Hold on, Beloved boy. It may look at that. Ooh, wait, that's underneath there. So it's
fact
some
check.
because that's what I thought I saw it. I thought I saw it. I thought I saw it, but there it is. There it is. Look at that. So this is what Wayne is basically doing. He's creating a platform and then he wants to put these things underneath the name of Country Wayne. That's what I didn't see. And I try to keep explaining to the audience, but boy, I better know. Some people get it, some people just the bushes. I
And I
better
can
know.
see it too.
I
Think
try,
about
man.
it.
I try. I
If,
try.
if I don't know if they got their own platforms or not. Mojo
Mm-hmm.
Books. What's the other one? The one who be saying trash. Bubba. I
Mm-hmm.
forget what his name is. Think about all them. It's another girl. Her name is Ariel. She funny as heck. And
Yeah,
think about all them being under Wayne's umbrella. Now,
correct.
O'Neal just showed y'all a bunch of different podcasts.
Yeah,
Out of all those bunch of different podcasts, we know off the dome, Drink Champs. We know off the dome the 85. Is it called 85 South or
boy,
something
yeah.
like that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we know them off the whip because their shows stood
Yeah.
out. But even with the one with DC Young
Fly.
Fly or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
yeah, even the one with them, they started out on Wild and Out. Feel
Correct.
now.
Yeah.
So do y'all get it? the fact of you being a breakout artist, they basically took pennies on the dollar. I heard on some of them shows, but
Always.
they were able to build a name for themselves. Nobody would have known who they were if it was
Correct.
not for Wild and Out.
Correct.
If you get it, even though they complained about it or whatever, nobody would have known you without that platform and that opportunity. That's why
Correct.
people cannot forget the power of opportunity.
Correct. We're not on this kind. Look. If they wanted to pick us up, we would take it.
I
They
would
want to
take
pick
it.
us up. I say, "Oh, Riri, let's go, let's go." They want to
Riri
pick us
gone.
up. Let's get because they don't get it. You just don't get. You don't understand how much it takes to go on these kind of things right here. You don't get. People just don't get it. They just don't get how much it takes to get over here.
In 1 to 3
This
years,
what they're
that ain't
getting.
nothing.
That's
That ain't
nothing. That's
nothing.
peanuts. You can do that time easy,
Yep.
easy. Easy. This is what I was trying to explain to the audience. Like, hey, trust me, the deal is a deal of a lifetime. It's just that they just know what it is. They just don't understand how the business work. And I realize some people them just talk. When whatever Amber say, our gospel. So they don't really get it. Oh,
I
God.
just hit 3,000 people in July, O'Neal. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this it'll be a year this month.
Mm-hmm.
August 28th will be a year since I started doing commentary. I just hit a
Mm-hmm.
3,000. You have other people, they hit their 3,000 in 2 months. They
Mm-hmm.
hit their 3,000 in 3 months. It's about how much work you put into it, how much grind you put into it.
It makes sense.
I took a dive because I quit for a while. I didn't quit, but I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't doing as much, material or whatever. Now that I'm coming on at a set time and things like that, it's growing. Y'all don't understand it. This stuff is not easy, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He taking a chance. He's taking a risk.
That's what they're doing. Nobody knows them, and he's gonna put them inside of this machine to run for whatever it is. But people don't understand the machines, and when you don't understand the machine, it's rough.
Yeah.
I like what Connected to Serve says. O'Neal, I've found when some people work for government, school systems, or other jobs that operate off of a budget, they don't understand going to get money. They are used to spending money. Thank you very much. That's why I gave my anecdotal experiences, right? I gave my anecdotal experience of when I had to go ask angel investors for monies. Okay, because people don't really understand that this thing take work. You know how much work it is to get money from an angel investor, and if
Man.
you cannot produce to them, why you're going to go watch Shark Tank? Watch Shark Tank, because that's going to be your clearest example. Everybody think them have a great idea, and them idea is going to blow up, whatever it is. And if those sharks don't think they've got something, they ain't letting you in.
Yep.
They're just not letting you in.
And you lose
So,
money, y'all. Y'all lose
mm-hmm,
money in this game. I'm telling you, if you think about like
mm-hmm,
O'Neal, the different platforms, like he may use the different platforms he uses to video stream, and even StreamYard, the one everybody knows about.
mm-hmm,
You can pay that $88 a month, or you can pay
mm-hmm,
about a week or whatever. That's still an investment. You might not make when you are a
mm-hmm,
baby. Like I said, at the end of the year, I'm gonna show my numbers. You paying $88 a month for
mm-hmm,
StreamYard, but your YouTube check is 100 and some dollars.
mm-hmm,
Basically, you doing it for free until you
mm-hmm.
get your viewership up, until you get your people up. You doing it for free, and don't add in there if you got a microphone, or you got a laptop to help you, or you got other streaming. Then you got to pay for YouTube Premium. Then you got to pay for YouTube Studio. That's $20,
Yeah,
$20. So right now, if you made $150 on YouTube, everybody don't make money on YouTube out the back, y'all. I don't know
correct.
where y'all think this easy.
The easy money comes
Wayne
from.
not gonna make no money. He gonna spend more money streaming equipment. He in the hole
Correct.
right now. He
That's
had a
what I was trying to
negative.
explain to them. He's not a
He had a
negative.
negative.
He's not a negative. Bilderberg Boy says only we're both correct. Okay, it's a partnership. So it's in Drink Champs partner with whatever else it is. Okay, that makes sense. So I see exactly why they put it underneath there. That does make sense for what it is. O'Neal, yes, but Shark Tank turned down several businesses that became successful without them. Yeah, but even those people, think about it though, that Willie, those people actually have a product. What does these girls have? I keep asking that. They had nothing. These girls have nothing. If they came to you for monies, would you give it to them? Somebody says, exactly. None of these women have hit the rock bottom and have the struggle to eat or to put roof over their heads. They will never get it. Someone says Rafi may be in danger because Diva forgot to what? Forgot the earn. Someone says Oprah had contracts where she couldn't take vacation. When her contracts renewed, she renegotiated ownership in Oprah Winfrey Show. That's what people are not getting. I'm like, oh, no, not getting them like a thing here. It's about exposure. I'm going to jump on the bandwagon too. Yes, they're going to jump on the bandwagon. Of course, connected to serve, we would mind if they gave us the shot. Miss Grant, I haven't seen in a while. I hope you're doing well. I'm struggling, find it very hard to watch the skits. They're very dull, and I can't. I'm just honored to support O'Neill. No worries, Miss Grant. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you for supporting us on the channel. Of course, we always love when y'all pop up and giving the insights. Someone says sometimes people have to learn how something is done, and the 5 women have to learn. Amber comes from a place of pain. Words exchanged from both Anthony and Wayne. I think Amber had more pain from before that. I think Amber
she's been messed up,
and she's been overselling the pain now for a long time.
I'm
Because
sick of it.
Amber is making it look as though she's the only person that has had heartbreak, and she's not the only person.
And she brought it on herself, just like Shayla said yesterday. That's why I ain't
Correct.
gonna lie. Y'all say what y'all want to be. Shayla done did her dirt. Only thing we know that she done that was treacherous. Shayla had a baby by Anthony. Okay, we over that.
That's
We
been the
over that.
case.
Amber didn't have a baby by Anthony, but she slept with other people and misunderstanding after misunderstanding. If you go lick for lick, if you go sin for sin, Amber beat Shayla every day. I'm sorry. I said it. Crucify me.
they, they gotta do what they gotta do at this point. I look here. People complain at this point, and I don't know what they're complaining about. I really don't know. When we watch these, because the aim and Riri of the show, and I sat down and I was even talking to Deontay reviews, and I said, Deontay, I really am creating this platform so people can really leverage information. The moment it stopped becoming leveraging information and hate content, I'm not going to produce that content.
Yep.
I'm only going to produce content that's going to teach the audience something, or have them teach something to other people. Because again, we're all learning from each other. You might tell me something and I know. I tell you something that you don't know. The audience says something that we don't know, like you're seeing we have it in the comments, and that's what it's really and truly about. So the hate content part of it, I'm like, I can't bother. Or the part where people get so ignorant and them try to basically hijack the chat and say a bunch of nonsense which don't make any sense to nothing at all, and it don't apply to anything, and you can't use it in applicable nowhere. Right, applicable anywhere. So I've decided to just leave it go where it is, because it just don't go anywhere. It just doesn't go anywhere, to be very, very honest. Vanda says, imagine someone saying, I'll give you $15,000 per month, 30,000 per month to exist. But then he's evil.
He evil.
That's what I heard today, that Wayne is evil. What, let me ask that question, because
$30,000 a month. She ain't never. D from the West Side wouldn't go give her $5,000 a month. $10,000 a month. Girl, that man gave you $30,000. I would shut up and look so pretty in that chair. I wouldn't say a thing. And you still on payroll, heifer. The heifer still on payroll.
That's what I don't get. How Wayne become this evil draconian just in a sense. Look, is he petty? Yes. Are they all petty? Yes. But when them say I'm evil, I say, well, all right, hold on. Justify the evil. Come here, try, find out the evil. Because the girls are the same thing. They'll take Wayne's money in a heartbeat. They will
still on payroll.
In a heartbeat.
Still on payroll. Still on payroll. That girl wearing all kind of jumpsuits, back out, everything. It's still on payroll. $255,000 and then cook the man one vegan meal.
Not one, eh? And still getting paid.
And he evil. He giving narcissistic contracts. I'm like, what the hell is a narcissistic contract? Y'all just making up stuff.
Them even call him Suge Knight, and me I say Suge Knight.
Suge Knight wouldn't go get no $30,000 a month. You would go do more than that for $30,000 a month with Suge Knight. You would go be giving up yes ma'am, selling yes ma'am, taking yes ma'am, if for Suge Knight.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But Wayne is Suge Knight giving away all that money. He's Suge Knight.
Someone says everyone's contracted the same, yet the status is not. They asked for an investor and he turned them into employees. I disagree. Here's the problem with it, Miss Grant. Here's the problem with it. They didn't ask for an investor. I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm saying this. Because they had no, because they have not. When you're going to ask for investment from an investor, you have to show the product. You understand that? So you can't just say, you can't turn up at an angel investor. Hey, I want you to invest in this. you must show them the product that you're trying to invest in. You must have a business idea. They have no business idea at all.
The way I look at some of this, and I hope that nobody take it the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
because I was going back and forth and back and forth. I realized it earlier this week. I ain't gonna say when, but I realized it earlier this week about the level threes and different people you go back and forth with. It would be like trying to convince a kindergarten person about what a syllabus is in college.
Mm-hmm.
They not gonna get it. I mean, I'm just being honest with it. It's like an eighth grader and somebody with a double degree. I'm not saying the person is better, but you simply have not been exposed to the knowledge that that other person has or the experiences that that other person has. Oprah in her mentality or Tyler Perry in their mentality, for somebody who has a negative bank account,
Mm-hmm.
y'all ain't gonna be able to relate. And that's why, again, I don't have open now money. But some stuff I can relate because I've been around certain people and I've been exposed to certain things. And there's some things I still ain't been exposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Most people in corporate America that I have been around, I have worked in the office of the CEO of a $1 billion company before. I just look like this. And those people are D personalities. If you ever took the DISC test, they are D personalities dominant. They don't make decisions based on their emotions.
Yeah.
They don't make decisions based on beauty. They make decisions on the bottom line. That's
What am I
it. And,
getting?
and
What am
that's
I
why
getting?
they are successful. So all of y'all people who come to the comments with emotion, y'all will never get it. You will
Yeah.
never get it if you don't if you're not exposed to it. Even me, I'm a SI personality. I'm cautious, influential, cautious. That's why I fall on the disc. And there's a whole bunch of different tests out now, personality tests. But most of the big people, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, they are all D personalities. They don't have all the fluff. And as commentators, I have learned that I can't argue with somebody who has no clue of what I'm talking about. It's like I'm speaking Spanish and they speaking English.
That does
It's
make
not
sense.
gonna happen.
That does make sense. That does make sense. My mentor says, and this is exactly why I left it here this week. And I said, this is what I said. You cannot really and truly teach a pig to fly because
Mm-mm.
it stresses you out and it bothers a pig. And it's
Yep.
not to say that people are pigs. It's just to kind
It's an
of get
analogy.
the
Yeah.
analogy. The analogy simply means if you're not understanding what's going on, because here's the deal. None of the girls have the cachet to do. If they did and they had a podcast and they had something,
Businesses.
then they would be able to bargain, but they have nothing.
Yep.
And that's the problem. When Delita says she have her followings, them, I say, well, okay, why wouldn't you just use the followings and start something? But she didn't. And that's what I'm saying. The moment you start asking for monies from someone, they're going to be able to impose on you because it is their money. It's
Yep.
what are you willing to do for that money? Now, when people also say they must sell them soul, I say, well, did Wayne ask them for sex to get this money?
He
I'm
didn't even
just
ask
saying.
them to sign the contract. He didn't ask for them to do that. They could have said no. And that's the difference. That's why I love, and again, y'all call me what you want to call me. But I feel like I love a person that's hungry. I love
Yes.
the underdog.
Yes.
Shayla is hungry. She ain't got nothing
Hmm.
to lose. She trying to figure out a way how to increase her value versus sit on a throne and say I'm valuable. She knows she gonna have to get out there and get it. She's already done it the other way. The yes ma'am, even though it's yes ma'am, it didn't
Hmm.
work. So now she's like, okay, I gotta prove myself. And
I gotta do
sometimes,
something else.
and that's where that humbleness come from. She had to have that check took, because if she was still getting the money from Iman, or she thought she would continue to get as much as she got before with Anthony, she would probably
Hmm.
be complacent too, saying, okay, my pretty and my yes ma'am is enough. But
Hmm.
sometimes when you have been stripped of everything, you get that hunger. You get that drive to, I got to do better. I got to do something for me and my family. I got to do something for me and my son. That's why I can respect her at this point. You know, if she go out there and get it versus sitting up on your throne and saying, okay, I deserve this because I'm pretty. No, no, ma'am. They got money. Delicia got money. If you got all that money, start your own podcast. Wayne ain't begging them. He not
That's what I
begging
thought. That's
them.
what I thought. That's what I thought too. I thought that they could have done that. I really and truly thought that they could have done that. If you wanted to show me whatever else it is, and show us, but hey, it is what it is. Sit tight. You got some comments for you with your Riri that's agreeing with you. That's why when people try to tell me that Amber is sound businesswoman, business is my lane, and I know successful business person when I see one. She lacks basic skills and acumen in business. I
Exactly.
agree with that. I do agree that there's a lot of emotion in Amber's business things. There's no thought basically. Someone says they want the money given and not worked for. Someone says if the girls would have just shopped their podcasts around, they would have gotten embarrassed. They would have. People would have embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
Words of
Embarrassed.
wisdom, O'Neill exceptional. O'Neill facts. The girls think that they're on Wayne's level because they see him and are able to talk to him. Lauren is the only one who realizes that he's different. A person making $7 million is different. Someone says people don't understand what getting a real investor is.
Mm-hmm.
An investor predominantly mostly only invest in already made businesses. Yes. And if you don't have your ducks in a row, they will send you out. Let me just tell you that. O'Neill has had to shop 2 deals. Well, the other one, them kind of different. I'm just going to use the two. Okay. One was for $50,000 and one was for $25,000. The one for 50 grand went down the drain because I didn't have enough to show to the investor. That's when him teach me the lesson. O'Neill, don't forget the number one rule in business, supply and demand. And I said, what did that mean? He says, supply and demand. Go figure it out. Then him start making me realize it took me a little months. I keep having to think on it till him say, oh, okay, I see. What he's saying is what I have, he doesn't want. So I need to get something that he wants, then I can go sell it to him or someone else. That was the aim of it. The next one, I had to sit down and show the people them numbers and show them what were the numbers, what they could possibly expect, what were you doing so far. That was how we basically went to that one. So it's not easy to get deals, but people making it look like it's because of these girls, for whatever, them can just get deals. So yeah, Wayne giving the women $30,000 a month for being on the podcast. Someone says the ladies are acting like spoiled brats until they learn how to be more open to new information. They're always gonna act spoiled. Someone says I refuse. I refuse to argue with anyone who cannot understand right and wrong and believe that someone is perfect, void of any mistakes. We cannot have that conversation. Wayne is
Amen.
constantly strategically calculating type of individual. Even when Wayne is being petty, he's calculating, but Wayne is not evil. Thank you very much. Someone says Wayne would gladly take $30,000 a month from Wayne. Amber would gladly take $30,000 a month from Wayne, and wouldn't tell Dave about it. And I think she would.
Amen.
Wayne is overly generous. And she's living with Shayla to boot. Exactly. So work that out with the honeypot girl. She even lived with Shayla. Amber had 2 men's sperms inside of her on her wedding day. They complaining about marital room in the house.
Amen. Amen. Speak freely. Speak freely, Kool-Aid. Speak freely.
That's good. That's a good
Speak
one.
freely.
That's a good one. Yes, projected revenue. Yes, supply and demand. Thank you. Friends, it just takes money to get these things going. I'm telling y'all. So when people were saying what they must sing, I'm like, they have nothing. Do you understand it? Look, if they were to go around other people, they would have run them out. They don't have anything. They don't even have a recording of anything that they're talking about. It was just air. And people were saying, oh, I'm going to get a bad contract. For what? For air?
And then you got to think about it as delusional and as much as Amber denies stuff. Amber don't even want to talk. Shayla is willing to let it all hang out.
Yeah.
Amber is not. And that's where it's gonna backfire on her because she's not even willing to let it all hang out. But Shayla go bring it out, and I can't wait. Like I said, it's gonna be a misunderstanding. And then you think about this one right here: business, 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 a narcissistic contract. Now Denisha got a narcissistic contract with her. You cut that woman pay, but you call her when you get an escalation for your business. Make it make sense.
Correct.
She couldn't even handle an escalation 2 weeks ago. This
Correct.
woman want her deposit back. Have you called her yet, Denisha? That's your damn
Correct.
company. That's your company.
Correct.
You can't even handle an escalation at a dance studio.
That's
But
why
Wayne's
Wayne.
supposed to trust you and give you a percentage of his company, and you ain't even running your
Mhm,
own damn business.
mhm. And that's why Wayne says
Make
what
it
he
make
says.
sense.
That's
Make it
why
make
Wayne said
sense.
what he said, that she's never really run a successful business. So that's why he keep harping on that for whatever. They can learn things from Wayne. Even when you watch what you call Ernestine the other day with Candice, and Candice asked her, so hold on. So if Amber quit the podcast, where you going to get money from to afford the place? Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh.
The restaurant. You paying Dave $3,000 a month for the restaurant. We ain't seen the restaurant in 3 months, but you a business woman. And y'all mad, the level 3 fans mad at us. Where's the restaurant at? You keep on bringing up the restaurant. Ain't nobody seen, I ain't seen her in the restaurant since what's his name? Anthony came there when she had on the
We
snake
haven't
suit.
seen it. We haven't
When
seen
she
it.
had on the snake suit, that's the last time we seen her there. And he came in there and said, "Oh, you messing with the business partner?" That's the last time we seen her there. But she a
Mm-hmm.
business woman.
Businesswoman, eh? Wendell said them sharing the same, all the 5 women are sharing the same brain. Wayne said that, said no one is ever there. So someone says this is what happens when people buy into dangerous propaganda. The boss narrative is a Damon Dash talking trash on the Breakfast Club. And that's the problem that we're having in our community. That's why I'm okay. Riri, that is why I'm so protective now of the things that are being said, because I feel like Wayne is giving a lesson in real time to the community, and the community is just not seeing it.
They're not
It's
seeing
like
it.
a real time lesson. He's like, dude, if you've never done this, you may want to listen a little bit. I know
Yeah,
I'm petty, but you also, by the way, Wayne's pettiness is minute,
I love it. I love
minute.
it. He really just being
In
honest.
comparison to other people, it's minute. Haven't you had countless people come and talk about even how Trump the business? That some of the time not even pay people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. When people make noise, I'm like, I don't know what y'all are like getting with. It's like it's something else. Someone said the restaurant is closed. Someone did say that them drive by it and it closed. Wayne is showing each of them a mirror of themselves, and they are upset about it. Glad to see Riri. Someone said I'm glad to see Riri.
Thank
People
you.
who dismiss her wedding day need to understand how nasty that was. You
Nasty.
had one man in the morning and
Nasty.
ended with another. But then them say, oh
Nasty.
no, it's like with a man thing. And I said, well, no, no, not really. That's not quite the
Nasty.
same thing. That's not quite the
Cause
same thing.
we know Wayne don't use protection. So
Hmm. Yes, impossible could do whatever it is. Someone
and
is, I,
smiled the next morning and said, "I'm happy to be your wife."
yeah, just like that. And Wayne was up on stage, doing, knowing darn well she was right there getting, oh, good God. It's just, it's terrible. It is terrible. It is terrible. I bet you
Goat
can't
throat
get a
and kissed
percentage.
Anthony. Goat throat and kissed Anthony.
It is terrible. She did do that. She did do that. It was, me don't know, yeah, man. It's- yeah, typo. They're not there. Someone says, I bet you can't get a percentage of ownership from YouTube. No, you won't, unless you are able to think that no, YouTube is going to pay you off for whatever it is with the channel.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube takes a percentage off of what you earn.
Yeah.
It's the other way around. And you got to work, like somebody said in the comments, you got to work for those hours. I think it was one journey. Yes, you got to work to get monetized.
Hard. 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 And
Come
then you
on
could
now.
get it take. I went bad. Nobody talk about me. Like I said, you don't know unless you know. I went 3 months.
I'm
I
over it,
went
man, with
three
people. I'm
months with
over
no
it.
pay. And then you
I'm
can't talk
over
to
it.
nobody but AI.
Mm-hmm.
Crashed out. I
I'm just
crashed out
over it. I'm
crying.
just over it.
Like I cannot believe they did that to me. Without any and you ain't talking to no human being.
Mm-hmm. Just pure AI. Some adventurer says, I think I found it funny that they didn't show us any skit of Amber and Davis today.
Dave hungry. Dave is somewhere hungry.
By the way,
Dave is hungry.
Dave needs Wayne's money, and Dave sees Wayne as an asset. Did you notice that? Did you
Ask
notice
Rascal.
that? Interesting. So
Okay.
even thing there, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was agreeing with you.
For
Will
sure.
he choose the asset or the? I'm just asking.
Yeah. Will you choose whichever one of that? So it makes sense. Sit tight, Riri. Give me one moment. Give me.
While O'Neal is on a brief intermission here, I just wanted to show y'all this because I was looking for another picture and I found this one. Do
What'd you
y'all
find?
do y'all see Shayla's face right here?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, this proves to me that she knew. Cause when she hugged him when Delicia came, she
Mm-hmm.
wanted to hug him, but look at her facial expression. She
The picture.
know, yeah, she know what he doing. She
Hold
know
on, let
what
me go
he
back and pull it
doing.
up.
She know that. Let me see. Can I get some more of it? Hold on. Let me kind of
Hold
move
on,
it around.
hold on, let me get a picture up for you, Riri, and then I'll see what's going on. What's that when she's leaving?
Yeah, look at her face. She hugged him, but it's almost like her body is away from him.
Is that when Delisa came there? Is that what it is?
Yes. And he was
All right,
walking,
hold
he
on.
was going to go to lunch or whatever with Dave. I mean with
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling him Dave now, with Wayne. You see the
Mm-hmm.
expression on her face, like she gave him the church hug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
This
like
is
a
not a
church hug.
woman who trying to get back with you because, whatever. Baby,
Mm-hmm.
it's a plan, y'all. It's a plan.
Yeah. Well, let me see if I.
You
Got
are,
some. We
brother.
about to go get something to eat. Yeah, we ain't even about this, baby. I'm
I don't know. I just came to see what was going on and just,
You want to do something?
okay, Poochie girl. I didn't get
All right. Bye, Poochie enemies.
Poochie enemies. Y'all
y'all
catch
gonna,
it.
Okay.
You know what?
I think I can get something to eat too.
huh? Shayla, come on now. You ain't finna hang around us all day. That was a good. I'm glad you negotiated him with the podcast. We about to go get something to eat though.
Yeah, let's look.
So maybe
You
I'll
ready?
call you about it later, Iman. We can
Hey,
talk
baby.
about it.
I'm gonna holler at me and Mom about to do it. Y'all gonna.
We can schedule
I mean,
something. I
you
know
gonna
you're
stay here?
busy.
Because I'm here.
Yeah, we'll
Delisa,
figure
nobody ain't
it
leaving.
out.
Don't leave now because I'm here.
Delisa.
Huh?
That's why I always
I'm
tell
not going to
you.
leave because I'm here.
No, we're gonna go eat.
That's why I always tell you, Delisa. Ain't no different. You ain't no better than nobody now. Just chill. Me and Mom about to do it, baby. I'm gonna holler at you. Shayla, I'm gonna holler at you, girl.
Bye. Oh, bye, Iman.
All right,
Bye,
All
man.
right, I'll just call you later about it.
all right, let me know.
You see how far her neck is back and stuff? I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
see.
It's almost like she really don't like him, but she doing it to Jug and Delicia. I'm telling y'all. But anyway, I'm sorry. I just had to get that surveillance out my spirit. Because I'm telling you.
No worries, Ree. I understand where you're coming from. Well, Ree, hey,
I
I'm a
need
wrap.
them to give me that, O'Neal. I need
It's
them to
all
give
good.
me that. I
I'm gonna
want them
give.
to give me that.
I hope they give you that. I hope I'll write that in there. I'm gonna wrap us up, Ree. Give me a final word to the audience. Give me a final word.
Final words to the audience is, y'all, we got Alexa dismiss. We gotta stay with this for the entertainment factor. Cause it's only gonna get better and better and better. Instead of arguing in the comments, instead of trying to fight commentators who don't say what you want them to say, man, enjoy this ride. This is the best storyline in entertainment. I'm talking about it's good and it's gonna get better. Just stay for the ride and look for the message, not the messenger. Even with Shayla, look at the message, not the messenger, because that whole podcast is a misunderstanding. But get what you can get from it and have fun with these storylines. That's all I can say.
Thank y'all very much, y'all. Have a wonderful night. We love
Thank you,
y'all, Riri. Thank you
O'Neal.
for popping on. Hey, y'all. Thank you very much for hopping out with us. Welcome to the audio show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again.